Welcome back, everybody. So today we have the first tasting of Warrior Citra IPA. This is using Pilsner malt. So if you've watched the other ones, the first Warrior Centennial used 2-row. This is using Pilsner. This is actually for my nomenclature. This is 23-2, which means it's the 23rd batch that I made in my 2-hop series, and this is the second beer I made with Warrior. 2 pounds 8 ounces of Pilsner malt. Now this is a small gallon batch, 1.25 gallons going into the carboy. Warrior hop edition is 60 minutes, 0.15 ounces at 60 minutes, 0.25 ounces of Citra at 10 minutes, 0.25 ounces of Citra at 5 minutes, 0.25 ounces of Citra 3 days into fermentation. Warrior alpha acid is 14.7, Citra is 13.7. Just in case this turns out good and you want to make it, the alpha acid is going to kind of tell you how many ounces you want to put in it if you want to get as close as I did. Beersmith is saying this is 68.2 IBUs. This was bottled on 12/14, 7.72% ABV, bottled a little over a month ago. Nice hiss on there. I am doing this the same night as I did the Nugget Centennial. That was awful. I would suggest going back and having a laugh at that video before you finish this. But good hiss. Let's go ahead and get it into a glass. See what we think about it. Pilsner malt is going to be a little bit lighter than 2-row. Usually you use Pilsner malt in a Pilsner. Nice white head. On here, I did write down how many of the small pearls I used. I used 8, which is kind of weird for me, because usually I put 6 and 22 ounces, because I put 4 and 12 ounces, and that would be 24 ounces if I doubled it, but I put 8 in here. Head is dissipating, off-white head, small and medium bubbles in there. Color. See, now this, again, I'm doing this on the same day I did the Warrior and the Nugget version. I will link a card up here. This looks like the 2-row. Kind of golden, orange, yellow in color. I can see through it, but it is not clear. Medium bubble level, a little bit more than chill haze. I would say protein or the hops, I can't remember what it's called, is still floating in there. US05 was the yeast used. Yeah, looks good. Let's go ahead and smell, see what we get. Tropical fruit, almost like a passion fruit. Not the, it's not tart or sour, but like a sweeter passion fruit vibe. I almost want to say lychee. I'm getting some pine in there too. I believe that's from the Warrior, but it seems like, and I'm kind of going off the Warrior Centennial, like that Warrior is bringing some of that pine to it, and if it's true, the lemon citrus is mixing with the fruit, and it's like, it's more sweeter. It smells sweeter, like that sweet passion fruit. It actually smells very good. Let's go ahead and taste, see what we think. Yeah. Like a lychee passion fruit, generic fruit with a little bit of pine. Maybe a little bit of toasted malt in there. You're probably going to get that. You're using malt. Very thin. Body needs to be thicker, But again, we're not going for the best beer right here. We're just trying to find maybe a malt that we like. Okay, we like this. Let's add something to it. Do we still like it? Yeah, okay, let's keep going. Little thin on the body. It's not very balanced. That lychee, passion fruit, generic fruit, pine. It really doesn't play well with the malt. It's like that malt is lacking, even though that we're using 2.5 pounds of it. Yeah, it tastes great. If that body was more, maybe a little bit more malt in there. Post boil gravity was 15 bricks. It finished at 6 bricks. Maybe it's a little dry. I'm getting a little dryness from that. It does taste like it's a little sweeter than I was thinking it would. Yeah, yeah, it's good. I did make a version of this that I'm going to do next that replaces the Warrior with the Nugget. So we'll have to see what that does. But so far in these small batches using the Warrior, I am getting that just a touch of pine more than I did in the other 2 hop batches. And I have to think that that's from the Warrior hop just because I didn't really get it in any of the other ones like I'm getting it in here. But yeah, definitely very different than the Warrior Centennial. I will be doing a side-by-side after I finish, but yeah, solid beer. Would I make it in a 5-gallon batch? Not right now. Like I kept saying, I don't think it's as balanced. That malt needs to be brought up. It needs a little bit more of a backbone to help with all the hop flavor, hop taste you're getting. I wish the nose was a little bit stronger, but yeah, for the most part, definitely one I would make a small batch of again and have 3 or 4, depending on how small of a batch you made, and definitely a good one. I'm not getting that alcohol, and yeah, solid beer. So if you like this review, check out some more homebrew videos over here, and until next time, happy brewing.